Hi, obviously I'm not an artist, and in this vlog I'll be displaying and discussing, wait for it, Space Marines, our original. Obviously I'm not an artist, so what can I honestly say that approximately 1100 YouTube videos on painting and collecting Space Marines that haven't already been said. That being said, I have a Blood Angels army, and I've shown tanks, dreadnoughts, and when my first video was a Tech Marine, which is technically a Space Marine, it is uniquely used on the tabletop. So, Space Marines, to be exact, Assault Intercessors. These models have great poses, looking like they're charging into battles, ideal for the more melee-focused Blood Angels. When I play them, they never quite get there. I've tried deploying them as close as possible, and they get killed before making a charge. I've tried putting them into tanks and other armoured vehicles, and they get destroyed also before charging. Based on these comments, Assault Intercessors are close assault infantry armed with Astartes chainsaws and heavy bolt pistols. They used to replace the very uncommon non-jump packed equipped Assault Marines. These are the type of models you just don't see. Even finding images online was difficult. Let's talk colour scheme. So Blood Angels are red, no surprise there, but being as they're not an index chapter, there are some little differences if you want to be Codex compliant. Infantry Space Marines can be designated by role on the tabletop as either battle line, fire support, or close assault, which translates as holding objectives and shooting big guns, or ripping and tearing in melee combat. With an index chapter, this will be identified by specific symbols on the right pauldron. Blood Angels, however, use different colour helmets. This has been always the way, as you can see from images from older codexes. Not only does it make them more visually interesting when displayed on the tabletop, but it is welcome as adding more colours to work with is always a net positive. So red is battle line, blue is fire support, and yellow, as is the case of this Assault Intercessor, is close assault. Gold is veterans and HQs. Similarly, squad markings are also different from index chapters as they use high Gothic numerals over the battlefield symbol. Blood Angels use different colours and symbols on the right knee or pauline, again adding more colour and visual interest to the infantry models. However, herein lies an issue. The symbols used are decals or water-based transfers. Some people, myself included, probably because I'm not an artist, find these difficult to apply. On a flat surface is easy, on a larger curved surface like a pauldron, tricky but not impossible. On a small curved surface like a pauline, very tricky. So until I have reached a skill level that I feel more comfortable to achieve this, they will remain just coloured. Company markings, as I did previously mention, as well as some information about how I try my best to adhere to the chapter codex with colours and symbols, back all the way in vlog number 2, which was the Blood Angels Land Raider Redeemer, are represented by a green/amarantine blood drop on the right pauldron. Index chapters use a coloured band on both pauldrons. Finally, I just want to talk about squad leaders, sergeants. Blood Angels use black as a colour inside the pauldron seams and use a yellow Blood Angel symbol to identify them. Let's talk about the minis. Now, I originally painted 5 Assault Intercessors early into 9th edition and then did another 5 earlier this year. The first 5 were painted in my old style, which is base, all over wash and an edge highlight. So they're considerably darker shade of red. However, when I painted the remaining 5, I repainted them so they didn't look out of place as a squad of 10. And honestly, I can't tell them apart from each other. With changes in rules from 9th to 10th, the Assault Intercessor, played in the Blood Angel army, has some slight changes, mostly in melee. In 9th, they had 2 attacks base, +1 for being equipped with an Astartes chainsword, +1 for a shock assault rule, and a further +1 attack and +1 AP in turn 3 for the Savage Echo rules. So 5 attacks at strength 4, damage 1 with -2 AP under optimal conditions. Then add +1 to will for the Red Thirst if charging, was charged, or heroically intervened. Not too shabby. In 10th, they get 5 attacks base at strength 4, -1 AP, 1 damage, then reroll 1s for wounds, or reroll any fails depending on the distance to objectives. This is for the new shock assault rule. Then +1 strength and +1 attacks when charging only for the new Red Thirst rule. Are they better in 9th or 10th? Honestly, I'm not sure, but I do feel that days are numbered on the battlefield, as Games Workshop will probably release Assault Intercessors with jump packs soon. which gives them a far longer threat range, and like I said earlier, I was never able to get them into combat at full strength in optimal conditions. Having deep striking abilities and twice the movement range means these Assault Intercessors will never be the #1 pick when they release. Regardless, I enjoyed painting them, and I can put them in the cabinet and call them done, whether they see action or not. If you enjoy my content of chronicling the collecting, construction and creation, please like, comment and subscribe. Thanks. Wait, where the hell did they come from?